We're doing this scene that's like actually like the size of one of these boxes, maybe even smaller, and I'm like interrogating him again and kicking him in the face, like in that tight of a space, and then I grab him and I punch him like 4 times, and like on the 4th time I just went really got him, like in the nose, like pop, blood, eyes watering, him freaking out, me calling him a pussy, like. I was talking about a cat. So it happens all the time. All the time. I dislocated my knee on Bionic Woman. So it happens quite a bit, but I think that's part of the fun, to be honest. Like when you get hit. And the weirdest one is Trisha loves it. Like she's really, really tough, and she gets into character and she's like, just hit me. You're so pretty though. I'll hurt you. She'll hit you back twice as hard. She's like, now hit me. Okay. So, yeah, it's fun though. Thank you for asking. Hi.
Just other than Battlestar and Bionic Woman, do you have anything else going on? Or where do you want to go shopping? It's called the Magnificent Mile. There's Tiffany's, Louis Vuitton.
I think that's where we're staying. Kind of around there. What was the question?
Other than Battlestar and Bionic Woman,
Oh, do I have anything else going on? Kind of. There's a movie that Joel Silver's doing that I really want. And depending on how well Bionic Woman does, is I think the deciding factor whether or not I get the part. So, it's really cool. It's this character that's like the toughest one that I've ever played, if you can imagine that. Like she gets shot in the stomach, flies out of a minivan, like rolls 10 times and gets up and she's still firing. And she's human. So I really want that one because I want to know how I fly out of a vehicle and like stand up and do it. So I want to be able to do that stunt. So I want to do that movie. And then that's it. Like I'm reading a bunch of scripts, but I'm still at a place in my career where, and I completely understand, but it makes more sense to cast Renee Zellweger than it does to cast me. So it's getting past that point. It's getting people to take a chance on you. So it's just going to take me a little bit longer. So it happens. I'll have something. I promise.
I know you can't speak too much to season 4, but I am curious about Kara's journey in this season and the extent to which it might intersect with Lee's journey, and if we might see more exploration of the relationship next season.
I'm trying to figure out how much I can give away. I think something that's been really interesting about Kara Thrace is that she, I think, is everyone keeps talking about what she could possibly be, because we know that Kara Thrace as we know her is dead. Now, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but that could mean that just a side of her died. She's still alive, she's still here, but she's grown up a little bit maybe, I don't know. But I think that she's kind of gone through the most growth of anyone on the show. She's kind of gone through all the stages of life. She's made mistakes. She's killed people. She's been happy. She's been sad. She's found forgiveness. She's given forgiveness. She's found love. She's walked away from love. She's, I think, learned to love another species, which is, I think she's one of the only. Not one of the only, but I think Tomo, Sohilo, but I think also Starbuck has learned to accept the Cylons and actually starting to see them as, I think that the main question of Battlestar Galactica the entire time was what really makes you human, what qualifies you as a human being. And so I think that Kara really has kind of been the example of what qualifies you as a human being. She's gone through all this personal growth. So if she was in some way kind of like, you know, some kind of a ghost or something that was chosen to lead or help or something, it makes sense that she was the one that was chosen, I think. But her journey with Lee, I think, is pretty much over. To be honest, I don't think that there's, I think that she's come back with a different purpose, and I don't think that individual love towards one human being has anything to do with it. So, that completely has not really answered the question. A little bit. I went off on a tangent there for a while. Because I was trying to edit what I was saying as I was saying it, and it came out really weird. I'm sorry if that made any sense. I think there's spoilers in there if you look hard enough. Okay.
So if you could choose one show to define your career, you know, not just with respect to what you've done, but if you could control it, would you choose Battlestar or Robot Chicken? It's not giving it, you know, 3 minutes you did, but if you were the puppet master, if you had, you know, pictures of separation.
It's like the day that I die, what I want on my tombstone, like Robot Chicken or Battlestar Galactica. Purely from a selfish reason, I've gotten more money out of Battlestar, so I think I should say that, because it would probably provide for a nicer headstone. No, you know, I think that if my career ended tomorrow, that I've found success. And I far exceeded any of my expectations in this business from when I moved, you know, when I was 18 to Los Angeles. I think that Battlestar Galactica is something that I'm proud of, and if it defines me as an actor for the rest of my life, then I'm good with that. So.
In the original pilot of the series that you guys did recently, how much parallels were between you, Starbuck, with the cigar smoking and the playing pyramid and all of that, with the original Starbuck from the original series, of which my husband and I were big fans also. And I was wondering, have you ever heard from Dirk Benedict about what he thinks of your version of Starbuck?
Dirk is a very nice gentleman, and I wish him all the best. I met Dirk like 6 years ago, and haven't spoken to him since. I know that he was not a big fan of the demasculinization of Starbucks. What did he call it? The castration. Thank you. So much more profound than demasculinization. I can't even say that word. I don't even think it's a word. I know it's a word, but I didn't say it right. Yeah, so, you know, it's okay. I think next I'm going to do A-Team and play bass. You know, that would actually be really fun in that, like, total rape mobile. Like, seriously, come on. And this big guy steps out with, like, a bunch of jewelry, and he's like, I pity the fool. There's no windows in that thing. All right, okay.
You mentioned once that your parents and your family weren't too keen on you becoming an actor. Have they gotten happier?